8 comments already.
Already?
Yep.
Rocky, how do you see this? I got my phone turned on.
Facebook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Eastern or Central? Central. It's been answered. I don't know.
All right. Well, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. So,
Avery said she can hear us good.
okay.
Ah,
Hey.
Hey.
You already got 100 people on Facebook.
Cool.
wow.
Who keeps you in line more, Chavis or Rocky?
Depends on what it's about. If it's about organization, Rocky. I'm a squirrel.
How do I turn in comments?
What are you on? It took me a minute. The Philippines. That's gracious.
It's live chat. That's what. Now I can see what's going on. What's up, neighbor? What's going on?
What are you on?
He's on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all on something different?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
YouTube, what's up?
I'm going to try to
Actually,
split
it's about
screen
you.
these.
You are by me.
No, I can't see your phone and my phone.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Paul Chaplin?
Tim Seldit, Glenn Drake, what's up? Whispering Wind. Braden.
Mr. Keith said, "Great pick and sound." Until Pepper rips all the cords out.
Oh.
Oops.
All right.
All right, we're still there.
Wow.
We're good.
Leave it to Pepper.
Get you a dog.
Leave it to Pepper.
dog. Oh, that's the
my favorite dog.
Michelle, yes, there will be other wraps this season. There's some things in the works. Chase,
yeah.
Brent is watching from New Zealand. Do you
Al
know where
Kennedy,
New
what's up,
Zealand
man?
is?
I don't have a clue where New Zealand is, but we're glad to have you.
That's right.
Do you
Okay.
say pop or soda there?
I hope he answers that.
I hope he does
Mike,
too.
Paulie, Donald Williamson, what's happening, everybody? Dexter, Melvin.
Can everybody hear us across both platforms, Facebook and YouTube? Can you hear us?
Yes. Craig, Melvin. Yep.
That was a spider.
How's Facebook?
Well, if the man's hearing you from New Zealand, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah. We may have something here.
Okay.
It's a little too early to start bragging.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
Avery is not here. She is over at Nana's house. Nana had a small outpatient surgery yesterday. She's doing great. So that's the only reason Avery's not out here. Ruby's out in the yard running wild. As you can see,
Pepper.
Pepper's ripping the Wi-Fi
let's,
out.
Let's not, Pepper.
Don't do that, please. All right, so we wanted to hop on here because a lot has happened since Mississippi Thunder in May, and we missed thanking all the people at Mississippi Thunder, and then the other, where else did we go? I don't even know where we went.
Mississippi Thunder, and then we went to Wisconsin.
Chateau
to that little Chateau, Deer Creek, Winneshiek, and Mason City.
Not to interrupt you, but he said it's a soft drink.
Okay.
It's not pop.
Well,
or
we just
soda.
had a guy ask me what we meant by leading them to the checkers because we never led a single lap. So what we meant by that is we led Jake O'Neill across the line. He was
Showed
coming
him
to
the
lap
way,
us.
man. I mean,
Yeah,
he was
we
like
were, we were
lost, fumbling around, and Chase was like, "Hey, follow me, and I'll show you." And a couple laps later, there they were.
giving him an escort.
Y'all ought
Fast
to know
shafts.
by now we joking about everything. So if we put a statement like that on there, you should know we're cutting up.
I can't believe anybody takes
Fast
you
shafts
serious.
just commented. Hey, thank you, Mr. Bo. Thank you for what you did for us up at
Absolutely.
Cedar Lake, man. We
Bailed
were
us out.
yes, big time.
Yep. Mr. Jack bailed us out with having a
Transmission there.
and we needed a drive shaft to go from that one that broke to what worked, and that Bren did the trick, and that fast shaft put it to the ground. We appreciate it.
We are going to be racing in Kansas. We will race in Kansas the first week of August at Humboldt Speedway.
Chase, you're not all the way on the screen. Could you
Which one?
scoot towards me some?
Towards you?
Yeah.
I would love to.
Oh, buddy, go.
And as y'all know, we have
Come on over.
Buster.
I'm
Get it,
good.
Mom.
That's as close as I'm getting.
Get it, Mama.
I just can't.
Pepper.
Chase, get your dog.
Yeah. It's out of control.
Get your dog. All right. I'm going to slide this to the boss.
Yeah, I guess you can call it clickbait.
You clickbait it too.
I guess he's talking about our title. I
On
mean,
YouTube.
shouldn't every title be some form of a type of clickbait to make you want to click on it? I mean, isn't that the game?
Listen, we've got too much to cover in this live video to talk to this.
You
cat
got your
about
first
that.
set of stars.
I
Thank
know.
you, Tony.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you so much. I think other people have sent
I don't
us
understand how any of it
stars.
works. That's the first stars I saw, but I don't know how it works.
Nuggets in his pen across the yard.
Oh, that's a star too. I see it now.
All right, I think we're ready to roll.
Yeah, I think
All right.
let's do it. Rocky is a warrior.
He is.
Rocky is. Rocky's a trooper to put
Yes,
up with what
yes,
we put
he
him
is.
through and to keep coming back for more.
Who said that?
I said you're a trooper.
Who said it?
But I mean, who asked?
I don't know.
Rocky, I can't see it.
Okay, Mr. Corvette 32 said Rocky is a warrior. I agree.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan Norville. Anyways,
Mike, I'll go ahead and answer this because I can't keep up with all the comments rolling in. All of Chase's merch is on his website, and it's www.chasehollandracing.com. I actually cleaned it up today and deleted the stuff that's sold out, so it's a little easier to navigate.
Can I let her run around?
You need to be quiet. Do you remember what we talked about earlier? It's time.
So what do the stars mean? Can you
that's
tell
what
us
I'm
about the
trying to
stars?
figure out. I don't exactly know what a star is. I just
y'all
know
tell
we
us?
just recently got monetized on Facebook, and like that's one of the. I don't know.
Is it money, y'all? Are you having to send us money for stars? Somebody answer me that.
Tim Sal that want to know that you get my money for the bid on the cup.
I did, and your cup went out today, Tim.
Yep.
I was waiting on Rocky.
Rocky is the man.
He took a day off, so I had to wait on Rocky to get here, so
No,
you
it
can have
wasn't a day off.
the most famous autograph on your cup.
Day of recovery.
Craig Rouse kind of answered that. Chase, I don't understand it either, but he said he's pretty sure one star is 1 cent, kind of like bits on Twitch.
Cool.
Does that make sense
Cool
to you?
deal. Not really, but yeah, that'll work. Cool.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, stars
you.
help.
I
I don't know what they're worth, but send a star.
Roll those stars.
Mikey,
Okay.
my phone's doing the live, so I can't look at your Snapchat. It's got to wait. You can post it publicly.
Ruby does not need ice cream, crew chief.
No.
Y'all have not
No.
seen. It's like you hooking her to nitrous. I'm telling you now, she'll come to life on some ice cream. We don't need that.
We don't give Ruby sugar.
She gets it, but man,
Dylan said every star you receive, you get 1 penny. You get paid for the stars. So 1,000 stars, you get $10.
Cool.
That's awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you. Huh. Interesting.
Jason Doolin, Ruby would love to race, but I don't think that's healthy for us to let her race. I think it'd be very violent.
It would be great
It would be
until
great
somebody bumped her.
until yeah,
And then
exactly.
it would turn the opposite direction.
For sure.
All right, buddy.
All right.
See, Fireball's in here.
Nuh-uh.
What's up, Fireball? He said he saw Ruby wearing his shirt.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Wake up.
So starting off, Mr. Wade approached us first thing when we arrived at Cedar Lake with an ice chest full of goodies. He brought us watermelon,
Rice Krispie treats
That-
for Ruby.
a
And
case
Rocky.
of water.
Meat, cheese.
It's a blur for
block
me.
of Colby Jack cheese that had not been sliced.
Not
I mean,
just
it's
any
like
cheese though, Wisconsin
huge. Yeah,
cheese.
Yeah. And Mr. Wade was also the one last year when we went, first trip ever up to Cedar Lake. He did the cards. You remember he come up
Yes.
and he said he does that to offset some travel money for people, and he sells cards like a raffle. And he, as he gets the money, he rips the card in half. So he's got half of one, and the person that's their ticket, and then he pulls a card, and it's a 50-50 pot. And if the people want to give it back, then he donated. I think last year he donated the whole thing to us, and that was really cool of it.
Mhm.
And then,
Yeah.
like I said, met us again this time with the ice chest full of goodies for us. We appreciate that.
So next would be Mr. Richard, and he brought us the Kringle that I actually never got a piece of.
I didn't either.
You didn't?
I
You're right. You got a
devoured all of it.
slab.
You got
So
the whole thing.
right,
I had a
breakfast,
piece of
lunch,
this
and dinner.
piece.
Yeah.
So Mr. Richard brought us that. He also brought us some meat and cheese, which was really great. I don't know how to describe it other than it's like we're leaving Mississippi and we're going to another culture basically, and it's like they want to show us, hey, this is what we're known for. This is what we have to offer.
so
This is
awesome.
what we do.
You know what it made me and Mom realize though? She was like, "What's something cool we could bring to them?"
Crawfish.
And we just sat there, and both of us were like, "What would we bring? You know, that wouldn't go bad." I mean, I guess that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Seafood
still
and
working on that.
crawfish.
We're
That's
still
about the
working
only
on that.
thing.
yeah. So we hadn't figured out just the right thing. Yeah, some gumbo,
Nice.
jambalaya, gumbo, some boiled crawfish. I mean, that's
When they
what's
get
up.
me set up, I'll start making gumbo at the track. But until that happens,
Camden Weirs, what's going on, buddy?
What's happening, Camden?
Anyway, so next, Mr. Chad with the cool metal art that he brought us. He actually brought us what I am going to eventually try to start building on my spare time. So we appreciate that. It's going to go great inside my shop once I hang it.
sorry, go ahead.
The Borgeson family,
Man, what?
from Mr. Tim all the way to
Miss
Cody,
Jennifer,
Miss Jennifer, Amber.
All right, so Cody bailed us out twice this weekend, and if y'all watched their latest video that went up last night when we were in the pit stop, Rocky had a pair of cutters trying to hold a nut, and I was on the impact, and we were just stripping that nut, and we needed a 7/16 wrench, and Cody took off. That was him in the white, and he comes running back, grabs the wrench, bam, we get the thing off and get back out. He also saved us, I think, that same day or maybe the next day.
I think it was that morning.
We broke a ramp
It was
in the
that
trailer,
morning.
and he took
Yeah.
Mr. Ronnie into town and got us a new set of ramps and everything. So, you know, the whole family's great, but we really appreciate
Cookies.
them stepping in. Cody and his family has a YouTube channel. It's called Cody Borgeson Racing. Y'all check them out on YouTube. Give them a subscribe to their channel, follow them, check them out on Facebook, and I know they would appreciate the support.
Yes,
and we would
please, go
appreciate
check 'em
y'all
out.
going and helping them out. They're a really good family.
Mr. Tony, we met Mr. Tony last year, and he brought me a few gifts. And then this year, we saw him again, and he offered us not only his car, but he tried to pay us some gas money. But on top of that, he gave me some really great advice, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate the people that come and take time to stop and talk to us about what we're doing, because you know sometimes it's a blur and we don't.
And
we
maybe people
question.
don't know that because you know, I told a lot of people in the grandstands, this was the first race that we separated this year. So
Yeah.
Avery and I went up top and sold merch while they got the car and stuff ready. So it was super hard communication wise. And then it was so far we couldn't get back to them without a ride. But they stay outside. We all stay outside after the races. You know, if we've got people out there, we stay out and we hang out and chit chat for as long as we possibly can. The last night, you know, we always try to go to bed early because we get up early and try to leave. But, you know, we still stay out. As long as fans are out there, we stay out and talk and sign autographs and,
Right.
and hang
Yeah.
out. So come by the trailer.
Can I
Absolutely.
say something? We have the new hero cards, and we have the new race car things.
Yep.
And,
The diecast.
and we
Yeah.
sold a lot of the hero cards.
We gave them
We sold, yeah,
We
Yeah.
sold the hero
we
card.
sold them
She's
for
awesome.
free.
Yeah.
But anyways, it becomes a blur whenever we go out of town because we're so focused on racing as well as, you know, interacting with you guys that make it possible for us to go out on the road. So it kind of it's wide open. It's crazy. It's a blessing.
Can I say something?
Oh, I
Yes,
would
you
love
may.
for you to say something.
Yeah,
I don't know names,
Okay.
but I was given beef sticks.
That was
were
the next one on the
absolutely
list.
delicious.
That's from Steven. He gave us beef sticks at
Well,
Mississippi
God-
Thunder and
Well,
the
God
Master.
bless Stephen.
Can you read upside down?
No, ma'am, I cannot. I can't read,
Yeah,
period.
Jeremy was the one that came up and told me that this ain't them little skinny Mississippi deer.
Oh, yeah, with the summer
yeah,
sausage.
that's right.
God bless him.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's Jeremy and Cora.
It is.
Yep.
Brad, thank you, Brad, for the bear roast.
Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't eaten it yet, but it's coming.
yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
That's it. That's all
That's
you wanted
all
to
you
say
got?
tonight?
Thank y'all.
Nothing else.
Come on, here.
Come on.
There's a whole
I'm done.
list. You done? Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
At least you
I
told.
see you, Bobby, talking about East Bay. We may come back. You never know, Cat.
I think we might try to.
If
next
we
year.
come back, though, we're gonna need that other crew member, son. You're gonna have to bring it like you did last.
Oh, you're gonna hire him back?
Yeah, well,
You
didn't
done
we
fired
fire
him
before
3
we left?
I'm gonna
times.
go ahead
We
and
had
do
to
this
make
'cause
him
Mr.
fit
Keith
in.
asked.
And
Okay.
someone's birthday is coming
And
up.
Mr. Keith just asked how the merch cart went up top. It was amazing.
Yes.
The people at the Masters are some of the nicest. I mean, just great sense of humor.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we sold a ton of merch, stuff that we normally wouldn't sell because we don't get to see everyone. So it went great.
Yeah.
Tons of people bought merch. That pays for our gas to go up and down the road. As you know, it's a little
yeah,
It's very
ridiculous right now,
expensive.
and we're hauling 2 motorhomes. We also had a ton of people that didn't know who Chase was, and my salesman of a daughter convinced them to buy Chase Holland merch. So if you guys are new subscribers and figured out who Chase Holland is, we'd love to hear from you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The booth offers. We sat with you to watch the A-mains, but we don't even know your name. It's kind of pitiful that we did that. But if you would like to tell us your name, if you're watching this live right now, whoever you are, we really appreciate it. We had a great time.
Absolutely.
Where we sat for the A-mains, they let us
Yes.
sit with them.
It
We
was
had
wonderful.
the best seats.
Man, it was only 2 or 3 of them that had that whole section. And
Yes.
they welcomed us in there, and that was awesome.
It was.
It
That
was.
awesome.
It was nice having somewhere to sit.
It really
Yeah,
was.
so thank y'all.
And someone's birthday is coming up. Can you guess whose it is?
Whose birthday's coming up?
Avery's.
Do you know when Avery's birthday is?
No.
July 31st.
Oh.
At least it's coming up.
It is. It is.
And she said that she's going to have a water slide and sleep over. And I'm invited.
Cool.
And I'm her sister. By the
Go
way.
ahead. Okay.
The record driver and his wife at
Yes.
Cedar Lake. We didn't see him for the wrong reasons. We actually saw him for the right reasons. He came down to talk to us. And I think you made an exchange with him, some CHC stickers
Yes.
for some receivers that he's picked up off of the
That's
racetrack.
right. So all you locals at Cedar Lake, when that wrecker pulls up and got that CHC sticker on the boom, that's
There's
me.
2 things. He's wrenching on that, and we got your receiver,
That's right.
and we'll sell it back to you for double the
Yeah,
cost.
that's
Oh,
right.
my
He
God.
hooked me
Come
up
on,
with,
man.
Look, he hooked me up with that receiver, and that was really cool to actually hear how the Staleys and the USMTS crew talks to the drivers. I mean, man, it's
super
very
professional.
professional.
Yeah.
The way they run the whole show right there. So
Not saying anything
Nope.
against our local
Nope.
racetracks at all when I say it, but they appreciate us. They appreciate everybody that shows up to run their circuit. And I just feel like when we show up, yes, it's a competition, but it's a family atmosphere with them. It's just like, welcome to the family. Here's what we have to offer. It's just it's a
when
great
the races are over, you see them walk through
Yeah.
the pits and talk to the people, and that's really cool. They don't
It
go
is.
lock themselves in their big motor coach.
Yeah.
They come out and mingle, and
Yeah.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. It's a
I
good
appreciate
feeling.
them.
Yeah,
Logan's dad for the hats. We appreciate that.
absolutely.
Oh goodness.
Wilson. Are we thanking him for just the rivets or for everything that he does?
Oh no.
Entertainment.
All we got was rivets. That's what we thank him
Okay,
for. That's
Just
the
the
way he
rivets.
was.
That's it. That's it.
No,
the
man,
rivets.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Man, Aaron, you can call him what you want. You can call him a parts guy at MB, because that's what he handles. A lot of the parts. When you call, you usually get Aaron on the phone 9 times out of 10, and he's very knowledgeable. He is an asset to MB. I'm talking about
He is.
when we've been up there the 2 times, they're all hustling and getting it, and he is too, but he always took the time to make us feel welcome. This is where this is, this is so and so, and he introduces you to everybody, and he's an asset to their company, and he truly does a lot for
He
them. I
is.
feel like he
does.
definitely promotes MB very well. Mars Race Cars, he is 100% a team player.
Yep.
And he's also a client of mine. He runs one of my stickers on his car. So he's just all
He's
around
more than just a
good-
parts
good
guy.
dude.
He's
Yeah.
a great guy.
It's very entertaining.
Very good sense of humor. I mean,
Yes.
the guy, even when he ain't trying to be, he's funny.
Who's
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who's Jamie Wilson?
That's his wife.
Oh my goodness. She said don't make his head any bigger
Oh.
than it already is.
Now, he did tell us that she was a fan and that she watches, and we appreciate that as well.
That is hilarious.
Thank you for watching
Yeah.
this.
That's
thing.
awesome.
Which we met Jamie at
We did.
Oh,
Mars
my
while we were
goodness.
there.
Does everybody know that you finished college this week?
Thank you, Chuck.
I don't think people even know that I went to college.
You barely did.
I know because I
Folks,
had
what
such
we
a great
have
teacher.
here is a certified precision machinist.
Yep.
Now, he may not even be able to drill a hole in a piece of sheet metal, but
can't.
he
That's
has
why I'm here.
paperwork.
In this video that's coming out, I
does not-
teach y'all a lot about taps.
Yes, you do.
I taught you a
my
lot.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
that made the
Speaking
cut.
of that, though, I think right at the time that we cut this live off, there is a YouTube video going up at 7:15. So at the end of this, when we shut this off, we'll have a YouTube video posted for y'all to see of the final night of our racing. But anyways, back to our notes. I covered that. Check that out. I'm on task for once.
What did you cover?
The deeps? No.
No.
This one. I got that.
Oh, you
one.
need me to
I'm
scratch
ahead
that off
of
so
the
you
game.
can
There you go.
focus? Okay.
So we've got these two.
And somebody asked when we were coming back to Deep South, you want to move to that next question? Oh, Lord. Rocky, we may have to excuse ourselves and let these two duke it out.
Oh, I'm not backing up.
Get him,
I
Mama.
want it. Whoopee. I want it.
Go ahead, Chase.
So my wonderful mother,
Oh,
and I'm
that's
not-
the way you
I'm
started.
not being smart aleck at all. She's very selfless, and she takes really great care of me. And when you talk to me on Facebook and
You
Instagram
trained
and
him
stuff like
well.
that, she's the one that handles all that. She's basically my manager on all of my social media sites because I'm not very good with that stuff. I know that probably surprises y'all, but anyways, she does a lot for me. So on the way home, she was like, "You're not racing this weekend. We're sitting it out. We're hanging out." Well, I slowly just started
Getting a car ready.
not aggressively, but disrespectfully saying, "Hey, we're gonna run our old car this weekend." And she's like, your other car is okay. Why would you bring it to race? And I'm like, you're right. That's why we need to bring the other car. So we're gonna be at Deep South Speedway this weekend with the 2018 MB Custom. And then we will return to Deep South the following weekend for 4th of July weekend to race for $3,000 at Deep South Speedway. And I guess we'll keep it a secret from y'all. I'm sure y'all will be able to tell which car is which. You know, I mean, the wraps are different, but anyways.
Michael Burns, that sounds really cool. If you would message us on the racing page, on Chase Holland Racing's Facebook page, and we'll talk about that some more.
Kyle asked how you were doing.
Because we will definitely
Kyle
be there
Singleton?
for that race this year. If
Wonderful.
our schedule
If our
allows, we
schedule
will
allows,
certainly be there.
I have to be there.
Yeah.
I need to be there.
Hattiesburg for the Curtis Burns.
Are we good now?
Yes, because your daddy went and got.
Do you want to enlighten them? On
No,
that?
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not.
then
I don't
I'm
even
not-
think it's
I'm
in
not-
the camera view.
I'm not going to
It's
tell
in
them.
my camera view, but it's not.
Rocky, you got an offer to go deer hunting in West Tennessee
Come on.
in December. Would you want to come to our lease in West Tennessee to deer hunt in December? I guess we could let you off for that, right?
Yeah. You really have no choice.
I know, right?
Oh, that's a
Poor
possibility.
Yeah. All right. Well, Scott, you message us some more about
Yeah,
it.
really. Appreciate the offer,
Message our page and we'll get it transferred over to Rocky from there.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So registration for the
Go ahead.
Prairie
I just
Dirt
hope
Classic.
You just do this right.
So
We
it's
didn't
always
know.
it's always been a dream of mine to race at Fairbury ever since I saw Fairbury on camera. I watched Mike McKinney rail around there. I've watched Nick Hoffman. All of the great modified drivers have ran there, as well as some of the best late model drivers in the country. Anyways, it's a great track. Got a lot of great history behind it. And I've always wanted to go there. Well, over the past few years, we either haven't had the funding or haven't had the time to be able to go. And we are going to make the trip to the Prairie Dirt Classic if they give us an invitation. We did not realize it was invitation only, which
It's not
really
necessarily invitation.
it's invitation.
Okay.
Well,
I guess that's one way to
gotta
put it.
meet certain requirements, and we don't know.
We don't meet 4 of the 6 requirements.
But we did run some
4 of the
UMP
6.
stuff early this year, and hopefully that goes toward what they're looking for. And
Right. So we may or may not be at Fairbury for the Prairie Dirt Classic. It's really going to be disappointing if we aren't, because that's somewhere I've always wanted to race. And anyways,
it's gonna be fine. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. If not, we're just gonna show up and he's gonna pretend like he's racing. It's gonna be fine. We're just gonna go. We'll go watch.
right.
You know.
Well, I kind of need, if the people doing the invitations at Fairbury, I'm not trying to be pushy, but at the same time, I kind of need to know, that way I can decide if I'm going to put.
It's right here.
Oh,
They
anyways,
announced it on July 11th.
Yeah, I need a little farther out, because I've got to put a UMP body on the car to go
So
on.
now
race
you
there.
want special treatment.
I do. Just go ahead and say yes, you're in, or
Nothing
no,
on
you
you.
didn't. Anyways,
Nothing unusual.
Aaron Ray for the tires, and from my peepaw for the tires.
absolutely,
Yep.
Aaron Ray, we were panicking about tires.
We were.
but when we got there, we didn't know what we were going to do, and Mom reached out to Aaron Ray with A&A
Double A roofing.
Double A
Yeah.
roofing, and they actually he located us some, had them shipped, delivered to the racetrack, and saved our weekend. So thank y'all, Aaron and Ashley. We appreciate it.
Mr. Donald Williamson, thank you so much.
Wow.
We appreciate that.
man. That will definitely go in the
Yes.
tank.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? You
Scott
got
said
it all.
He'll be in touch, Rock.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good deal. Thank you.
Somebody else telling you if you want to hunt some good whitetail deer, come to Iowa or Illinois.
We saw them. They're on the side of the. They're on the side of the road.
Listen, I don't care if he goes hunting, but I need him back. I need y'all to let him come back.
Son,
So
you're done between November and January 31st.
He's not. We're going to dirt. At the...
Well, God bless
the
him.
dome.
Rocky's not going to the dome.
I have a hunting camp for myself that I enjoy going to.
Are we coming to Pike for modified Nat?
No, sir. Sorry, Waylon. We will not. You know who Waylon is, right?
Yeah,
It's a little wheel man.
I got one regret when we met him that night.
You didn't get his autograph.
I needed his autograph.
Well, there you go. Waylon.
Yeah. I may come just to get your autograph, Cat. That dude can wheel. He can wheel the car.
What is this?
What is what? You guys need to build a front wheel drive.
I don't know that lingo. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on.
Craig Rouse said he'll come fill you in on Gateway, on the dome.
He'll take your place.
Oh, fill in for you. Okay. Fill in for Rocky. My bad. I read that wrong.
We have been getting this question a
When is
lot
that?
about running over on the
I don't
East
even know.
Coast, South Carolina, Georgia, up that way. USMTS doesn't have anything that way. I know they're looking for new tracks
Yeah.
next year. Hopefully they'll get something on the schedule for next year so that he can come that way. With him running the full tour next year, I don't know how he's going to race anywhere other than USMTS. What is wrong?
I can't.
Where's Avery?
Sam, I'll mail that to you
Uh-oh.
with a special note.
We got the ice chip on here.
Oh yeah, the ice chip has made his appearance known.
Jimmy's the ice man. Sam's the ice chip. I don't know if Chase come up with that or
No, I didn't.
Crushed ice.
Stephen
Crushed
Wilbert called him
Yeah.
that.
Seriously.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
he
who
just
came up
he
with
just wants a autographed hero card. That's all he wants.
Oh, okay.
I've been waiting on my shirt to be signed. You know, I went and bought a shirt.
You
From
know,
Joe
and-
Provo.
He wouldn't even sign my shirt. So I
we
mean,
joked around about Sam and stuff, picked on him that he's our, hero driver and all that. Sam did a great.
Sam's
he
a
had
wheel
great
man. I don't know
weekend,
what
man.
I don't care
Ain't-
what anybody says.
No doubt about it.
Sam was bad.
He
And he
started.
come through for you.
Yes.
He did on everything.
Yeah, and he started, I think, third Saturday night in the big show and finished sixth. He was in the show every night out of 41 late models, and I thought did very well all weekend. So
Absolutely.
y'all better watch out up north right there. Old Sam is coming.
All right. There was another question.
Camden, if we can get an invitation, we will certainly be racing at the Dome.
Camden, you may know somebody that
Yeah,
could
that's
get
what
us
I'm thinking.
invite. I know you got connections.
Steve Aldred, thank you so much. We
Very,
appreciate it.
very much. Thank you.
Yes, we will be at the Fall Jamboree. Stephen Overstreet, better known as Peanut,
Peanut, what's Peanut doing?
who all will be traveling with him on the tour next year, school and everything. That is something that no one else has asked us.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good
You
observation.
want to handle it?
So-
I don't. I'm gonna let y'all handle it.
So, I don't
so
think we
sour.
really said anything about college. I just graduated college. But next year we are fully focusing on running the USMTS tour. It's going to be very expensive, but with your guys' help and support, we have been blessed to be able to do it at least 1 year. So we're going to put it all out on the line for 1 year. However, my mommy squirrel and Ruby has school, obviously.
I have tutoring.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyways, mom's got to work. Dad really needs to be working,
Yeah.
but if
You are a full-time job.
There ain't no doubt.
I know, but anyways, so Dad is gonna be with me. Rocky should be with me if he doesn't drag up on me.
Oh, yeah, I'm fired. No, I'll be
And-
Come
with
on now,
Uncle
be-
Eddie.
Avery.
Uncle Ed, Avery.
Talk about Avery.
Avery is becoming a big asset to our team.
Avery made a tough decision at the end of the year
She
last
did.
year because we were down to the wire. They were in private school, so you had to register. Every at the end of every year, and we went to Avery and asked her, what do you want to do? Because at one point she wanted to be homeschooled, and so when we went to her and gave her the option to actually homeschool and be able to go on the road, it was a tough decision because she was starting to really get into school and like it, and she's very smart. I feel
Straight
like,
A student.
yeah, I
so-
just feel like she kind of just is bored sometimes, and she decided she wants to homeschool, and she is going to go on the road with us and help. So we're going to be teaching her more and more about the car and doing work. I mean, she's actually a really good helper, and if you tell her to go
She's gonna be
get
pit crew.
something, she's pretty darn good and works hard, and She's great with the merchandise sale, so we're looking forward to having her with us. So, and I'm sure Ted will probably come with us. You know, some weekends we're probably gonna have more help than others.
Right.
But the core crew, Chase, Rocky, myself, Avery, will always try to be there. And then you got Eddie and Ted and Bubba and Uncle Albert, and my brother Wayne and Connor and Adrian and Ruby. You know, when we can.
Right.
So anyway,
When they can come home and get us and we can get away, we'll go.
Yeah. Unless somebody's got a private jet and want to fly.
Yeah,
them
if
out
you
to
have a
them.
jet,
Look at that. If you
have a jet and you can fly us to where they are and get us back on Sunday, we will fly.
Yeah. I mean, you're not
Yeah,
asking
that's
for
not
much.
asking for much.
You never know.
You know how much diesel is. Could you imagine how much jet fuel?
Well, if they have a jet, I'm sure they have plenty of fuel.
Rob Fortner, we will be at 81 Speedway in Kansas on August 4th. I think that's pretty much it. I have one question I need to answer from Michael Drury. He asked us if you could take a USMTS car and just show up to a UMP event and race, or if you could take a UMP car and just show up to a USMTS event and race.
If they are legal to that class, no.
Right.
That'll be a no, because the body rules in USMTS would get you thrown out in UMP and vice versa.
Yeah.
And then there's some suspension parts that UMP allows you to run that Darlow would love to catch on the front end of your car. And I think he has caught a many of them.
He has.
So, and he's got a pretty sharp tape measure that he checks spoilers with. And I know people that you could ask and they would say, yeah, he's.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not gonna say his name.
No, but he drives a number 7 car.
He's just a kid.
Mr. Kenny and Miss
cutting
Lisa
up
said
on
they
you,
would
Drake.
travel a little and help.
Well, cool.
Well, we
That's good.
appreciate it. So,
Good question, Craig Rouse. How many races can you run before the Rookie of the Year next year? We
30.
are actually counting our races because we thought it was 25 and we were staying under that. The actual number is 30. So we're making sure we're staying under that, where we can run for Rookie of the Year next year. And the only reason we didn't do it this year is because Chase has been in college and we knew we couldn't make every race. So, and I'm kind of looking now like, man, there's some bad boys in there running for Rookie of the Year. We don't know what's going to be there next year.
Yeah.
So there may be some even tougher guys.
All I hope is that they go ahead and run their 30 races. That way I have a clean field.
Not able.
Yeah. Right. They don't need
who comes after it next year, we don't know. But that's part of racing. Competition. It is what it is.
I don't want to spoil Mike McKinney if he's trying to keep it a secret, but he hasn't ran a whole lot of USMTS shows, and I think there's a reason he's doing that.
He was on my radar, I can tell you. I said the other night. I mean,
and I can promise you one thing:
he can wheel a car.
If he runs for Rookie of the Year, we've got serious competition.
No doubt.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
Did everyone see the new shirt design that Bulletproof put out for Chase? I'm not going to take it off his head, but this patch right here on a shirt. Yeah. I'm just curious. Nobody commented on it. Did y'all not like them? Because we bought a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, we got a lot coming.
A lot.
And I would just rather know if y'all didn't like them. That way I can tell Scott he needs to print something else on them.
Yeah, we need to do something.
Because if y'all don't like them, we can put a car back on them or something.
Right. Anyways, any more questions?
There was one over here that I missed. What did you think of Cedar Lake Speedway, and was it racy for you?
Cedar Lake Speedway is always super duper racy. The problem with Cedar Lake is it throws you for a loop because you think that the track is losing bite, it's slicking off, and in all reality, it hasn't lost any bite. Before you know it, we're too tight on a heavy racetrack and can't really perform. But yes, I love Cedar Lake. I love racing there. I wish it was my local track. I wish we rate that was our local tracks. Nothing against our local racing, but
There's
they
just a lot more people that
right,
race up there.
right.
There's
And that's the other thing that throws a difference in local racing versus USMTS is we're used to like our local racetracks for the most part. There are some exceptions. Where the line is where it stays pretty much all night. Like if you're running the bottom, that moisture is going to stay there. That line is going to be there. If you're running top, same deal. Out on the road, I am realizing, and it's not that I'm afraid to search. I'm just not used to having to search. It's like, okay, this is the line. I can stay right here. Well, that's not the case out on the road. You've got to constantly search the racetrack, and that's just something that I'm having to get used to because I'm just used to this is the line. Let's stay right here.
And what you're dealing with now is you got 60 modified, you got 40 late models, and then there was another class of late models that probably had 25 or 30. So that's a lot of cars burning a track up,
Right.
so that those lines don't last. And I think that's your point.
Right.
Down home, you get in a line and it's there till the end, and on the road we're finding out it's not there, not the same.
James Davis, we are not running a Ford engine. However, we would love to run a Ford engine. I'm impressed with Fords.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
What
do
I
they
tell you
sponsor
the other
people?
night?
Ford?
Yeah.
No,
Not
Are we sure?
positive.
So Jake
You'll never get
O'Neill,
one.
I don't know if he has a Ford, but I heard he had a Ford. And
And
I
if
told
that's
Chase, I
true-
said it's just something about that dude. When he's on the track, he's never down on power. I mean, that sucker, he can come from anywhere. I'll tell you somebody else, and I don't think it's a Ford. I'm pretty sure he's Chevy. Tanner Mullins. He can come through a field from anywhere. And there's a lot of them. I
Right.
shouldn't be sitting
Yeah.
here. I mean,
Man.
I could just say, well, now there's Ramirez. Well,
Yeah.
there's Terry
Yeah.
Phillips. Well,
out
there's
of your
Jason
out of
Hughes.
your
There's so
24 that
many.
run the tour, literally
Yeah.
any of the 24
Yeah.
could win.
You give him moment,
It's
yeah.
amazing. It truly is.
Mr. Keith has another good question.
What's Mr. Keith's question?
Will you get a race shop up north to work out of next
That
year?
is something that I haven't approached the right people yet about. However, I am looking for a race shop up north that
We're
we
gonna
can
need it.
stay.
Borrow.
Right.
We're gonna need it.
Right. Borrow, because some of these races are back to back and they're within a 6-hour radius of each other, but 20 hours away from here, home. So we are going to need somewhere to stay and be able to unload our race car that's got welders and, stuff, things to repair a race car if we damage our equipment out on the road. So we are kind of looking. We haven't actually put the word out because we don't want to, like hurt anybody's feelings with it. But we're looking for a shop.
Is there a lot of difference in your setup from away to local races?
The changes are the actual setup that we leave the house on is identical.
Somebody asked that quick, not
Yeah,
about
earlier.
that, but asked about do we have a go-to, and we do. We have a baseline. So when y'all see us making changes throughout the night, when we start the next day, it is back to the baseline. No matter what we did the night before, or even if we won on a setup, we go back to baseline and work from there each time, and that keeps us where we know where we're at.
You got
Is
a
this
lot of
Mr.
questions.
Dave?
It is.
Fireball.
Great question.
Yes, it is a great question, and I'm not saying anything against Nick Hoffman because I know a one-on-one race against Nick Hoffman, he would absolutely dominate. He is great, but bring him to USMTS. I'd love to see him.
I would love to see that.
I'd love to see him on USMTS's rule packages racing against USMTS's competition
for a full year. Not saying
Right.
just show up one time,
Right.
because that's really not fair, because he don't have the notes on the tracks.
Right.
But give him a full year and see, because man,
And I'm not saying anything against UMP when I
No.
say that, but I don't think that yes, there's a lot of great drivers in UMP, but I don't feel like all 24 of them in the A main are like. I feel like all 24 of the USMTS contenders are Nick Hoffmans.
That's a good. That's
There's
what
24
I was
Nick Hoffmans in
every
a
night
A
in an
main.
A main. That's a good statement right there.
It's accurate.
Absolutely.
That's what I say.
Well,
Come on.
you almost lost your Wi-Fi.
Get your kid. I agree. What I know UMP is not USMTS, and anyways. Are you happy with? I am. I'm very happy with my Pro Power. I think we have talked about this in our past live videos, but the only reason that we're not going to be returning to Pro Power is just because he's 20 hours away from here, and that's just not feasible when you have a parts failure on your engine or need it refreshed or things like that. Whenever Mr. Ronnie's an hour up the road for us
It is just as good.
to drop our stuff off
Yeah.
to.
You only have 5% battery.
I do.
Yeah, it says charge your phone.
Hey, quit pulling on it. Quit.
You have lots more really good questions.
Guys, I'm not saying anything against UMP. I'm just saying that
Are you getting
anyways.
attacked?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Not really.
Anyways.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it that some are gonna say bring them. Heck, I'd like
Yeah,
to see
I'd
them
like
show
to
up.
see them.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them collide,
Yeah.
but I just feel like I don't know. Anyways, y'all, you asked my opinion, and that's my opinion on it.
Thanks, Dave, for starting a
Yeah.
storm here.
And now he's heading out. He
Yeah.
said, "Have a
Have a
good
good
one."
one.
I'll
Yeah.
see
He's
y'all
going to
later.
eat dinner.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll see. You have a good dinner. We'll try to put this fire out. Is that why they call him Fireball?
Apparently. A lot of questions about Cameron Goldsworthy. Nothing has happened between us and Cameron Goldsworthy. Cameron's great, but Cameron's career has really bloomed, and he's helping not like it used to be us and Hunt the Front,
Those
a
slaves.
few
Yep,
guys,
yep.
and now it's turned into, he's
off
got
in
yeah,
Georgia. Or he's here. We still talk to Cameron when we see him, but we don't see Cameron as much. So.
right. So again, no issues with Cameron at all.
No. Well, it got quiet.
It did.
Yeah, I've got lots of stuff coming in. I'm trying to read them.
Okay.
Mr. Kenny said 2 of our best struggle to make A mains with USMTS. Mike Harrison and Michael Long are 2 great examples for UMP.
Man,
But I feel like if you bring your USMTS guys, put them on a UMP package,
Right,
and
how would
expect
they do?
them, they're not going
Right.
to perform.
Yep.
So it's
That's
equal.
why I said give him a whole year on the tour
Right.
and see
And
how
see,
he. That's how you would be able to gauge him, because it wouldn't be fair for him to show up to one race and you
Okay.
say, "Oh, they smoked him." Well, they'll smoke just about anybody.
Yeah.
But
right.
At any given
but
moment.
you give them time to get the feel of it, and I think that's enough on that.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all know
Thanks,
how to open a
Dave.
can of worms.
It
don't
wasn't
you?
us. It was Dave.
It was
Yeah.
Pinkerton.
And he's gone.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Fireball.
All right. Several people asked if you're coming out to New Mexico.
Is that Vado? Is that what y'all are
Yes,
talking about at
it
the
is.
beginning of the year?
Yes. There's one in November, I think.
Dependent
Man.
on what our lives look like in the beginning of January and how far along we are with our maintenance and preparation for USMTS.
Mhm.
Yes, we will be there.
Where's that?
Vado for the
See, you see, nothing has been hammered out yet,
right.
but I do know that there is talk of some racing local down here with the big boys coming. And
Right.
I just hope that they can put something together at some of these tracks down here, because we would definitely be there for that.
When does Graybeard chime in?
What?
What is it?
When does Graybeard chime in?
When he gets ready to.
Y'all got him mad.
Yeah, look.
Hey, man.
Got 2 sets of questions coming in. There's something, I get asked pretty often about if I would like to run IMCA. Why don't you come run IMCA? Don't you come to run this IMCA race? We would love to. We would love to run IMCA. However, the IMCA rule package and our cars are like polar opposites. Like there's no similarities other than they're modifieds. That's like the only thing you can say is the same. But I would love to, if there was somebody that had an IMCA car that offered it, we would take them up on that offer.
Somebody said they're gonna buy him some just for men to put on that beard.
Get me a toupee as
Do
well.
you know who it was?
Uh-uh.
It says Josh Allen, and I don't know if that
Oh,
would
I'll
be
kill
Josh Allen.
Wow.
I'll kill him.
It may
Wow.
just be a coincidence.
Just a coincidence, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right, put her down. Put her down.
All right. Well,
I just hate for you to
Said,
sign
"Yes,
off
it's
because
me."
this keeps going
What's up,
way up.
Josh?
I don't know what to tell you.
I would love to run late model racing. I feel like in the far future we will run late models, but right now we don't have the manpower nor the knowledge to run a late model team. Not necessarily professionally, but efficiently to be competitive. I mean, and that's kind of the thing. I get it that that's how you get competitive, but we're not even competitive in modified racing right now. So why would we move?
Take our attention away
Way.
and be
It's
halfway on two things. I'd rather just keep hammering on one thing. I can't find it there, but Michael Burns asked
Yeah, I need
how
to
to
answer.
get some monthly money to you, and I don't know if y'all wanted to go over the membership, or he may be talking about
He
more
said
money.
Patreon.
Okay.
So explain that we don't have Patreon.
We
and then
we
Tony
do
put it
not
David
have
Hartley.
Patreon. At the time that we were going to set up a Patreon account, there were some shady things going on with Patreon that kind of steered us away from it. So we held off on that. However, we do have a channel membership on YouTube, which is a fan sponsor, is what I like to call it. And basically for $5 a month, you get access to things that we share before we post it to the general
To the video.
public.
He said he found it. So,
Oh, okay.
you just
Yeah, I'm
rambling
just
and he
talking.
found it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
okay.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's good.
Mr. David Hartley wants to know when the drawing for the new MB Custom is. I meant to have tickets here so I could
Yes.
plug that again.
You can still talk about it.
We have tickets for sale to support Red Cedar Speedway in Menominee, Wisconsin. It's their local dirt track that is owned by the county. They are funded by the fundraiser. Ours donates a MB Customs race car, brand new one, minus the drivetrain.
Yes.
Okay. The tickets are $20 per chance. The drawing is the middle of September. You can get tickets from us. We are in a contest with Aaron Wilson at MB, and I would like to win that contest. So if you would like a ticket, just let us know. You can send us the $20, friends and family, on PayPal to houseoftux@gmail.com.
Timeout. Joe Parent, thank you so much. That was his name that let us borrow his booth.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Good
we
job.
appreciate
We
it.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy
We'll
it.
remember it next time.
He's probably on our profile, on our thumbnail, huh? Did we get them in the background of that?
I don't know.
I didn't look good enough.
Okay.
And we appreciate it,
Yeah.
Mr. Donald.
Thank you,
Thank you
Donald.
so much. Bobby, I'd like to race in that, in the snowball derby. Some
Oh.
sort of car in the snowball derby.
Won't we be at the Dome?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's right. So
You
no,
can't
no,
race
Bobby.
two different places.
Right.
This
Well,
is-
they make jets. Whoever's
If
letting
he
you
gets
borrow
an
the
invite.
jet,
If he gets an invite,
Right,
He's
we
putting
might
the cart
not.
before the horse.
right?
Always.
I know.
Always, yeah.
Always.
Um,
Yes, David, I plan on someone winning that I sell a ticket to. So, and I'm fine if that's you.
hopefully, we can bring the MB down south. Somebody down south will win
Oh,
the
no,
MB.
no.
That would
Anybody,
be great.
anybody that buys a ticket from us, I don't care.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree, but I think it'd be pretty neat for
Yeah.
someone down south to
Yeah.
win that.
And if you do win the MB, please be sure and tell them you bought your ticket from Chase Holland
Exactly. Make sure you tell Aaron Wilson
Racing.
Yeah.
Where you got your
you
ticket
got your
from.
ticket from Mama Squirrel.
Thank you.
Uh,
All right. I think I'm done over here. I think I'm caught up, and people are dropping like flies off of Facebook.
Right.
Their attention spans like mine.
Yeah.
You got 331 on YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's
What
flying
time's
over
the
there.
video going out?
7:15.
sure
It's up.
7:15.
Okay, so the
Should be
video's up, y'all.
Hang on, don't quote me on
Hang
it.
on.
It's either 7:15 or
Didn't
7:30.
you write it down?
Well, I told him to have it set for 7:30, and then he told me he did 7:15.
Are
No,
the satellites linking up?
give me just a second. I'll see if it's up
Here
or
we
not.
He
go.
shut off my feed. I can't see
No, I
anything.
didn't shut it off.
Well,
I just temporarily
I
turned it
I
off.
do feel like this went good with the satellite thing. So
It's called Starlink,
nobody complained about it buffering, so I'm assuming it didn't.
and we're
that's
way
good.
far away from our
Oh,
house.
it goes up at 7:30. I did listen.
Perfect.
But he
Check that
told
out.
me.
I just had to. Anyways,
Oh, snappy jack.
would you like to try? I would love to run a Northeast modified, but it's kind of just it's out there. 2,000 man. We are not going to go to Pike County for the $2,000 to win. We will be at Deep South for their $3,000 to win.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah. So good.
What happened?
He was saying it all went. I was asking, did the
I never know who he is because of his name.
Billet?
Yeah, I never know who that is.
Billet. That is the ridiculous speed shop. He is the carburetor dyno guy that y'all have seen.
Oh, have y'all asked him for what we need yet? Have y'all told Jason what we need?
What we need?
No.
Because I know Jason can find it. What we need?
What we need.
Jason, we need you to come put the fire suppression on Chase's
Oh,
new car.
Yeah.
I don't
he's
want
coming.
him to. Okay.
He's coming.
The one and only.
Okay.
Here we go. I can tell you what Jason needs that
What does
I'm
Jason
supposed to
need?
be his friend and I ain't delivered. That's his fire drum right there. I was supposed to done cut the top out of it.
Jason,
like a
I'll
month
make
ago.
sure you get that tomorrow.
Never mind.
You heard the lady.
Tomorrow. I'll cut the top off of it right now. We'll sit it out front of the shop
Jason
tonight.
said done deal. Brett Mope, I guess how you say your name. That if you're watching from Australia, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to ship merch to Australia right now. I'm working on it.
Other people do it.
I know they do, but I got to figure it out.
I do not have an invitation yet. So if you could help me out with
They're not
one,
doing
that'd
that
be
till September.
yeah. But if people start telling them, hey, give the kid an invitation,
If they start aggravating
right.
people, is
Right.
that what you want them to do?
right, right. If you harass people enough, they can
That
only
always
say
works,
yes.
huh, Rocky?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep harassing.
Tim
See
Seller.
what that kitten just did?
Tim Seldit said he wants 5 tickets.
And if I
Yay!
win, you will have a third MB Cup.
I appreciate
You're the
that.
That's what I'm
bomb.
talking about.
You're the bomb.
I got news for you. If I win it, he ain't getting it.
Me neither.
What's the hardest part and unique part about USMTS? Just the drivers, and what's unique about all of them is like you may show up at a short track, and the guys that are winning at your big tracks aren't even making the A mains; they're having to use provisionals. But they're just tough. I don't. It's all pretty unique. The hardest part is they're all just always, I wouldn't say perfect, but they don't miss the setups as badly as we do.
Yeah.
That kitten's trying to get away from her.
Yeah.
Run.
Even Matches is like.
Matches is like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Matt.
So take 1 or 2 more questions.
Yeah, 'cause my
All right.
battery's dead.
If you have any more questions, you can comment them now. If not, we're shutting her down.
Oh. Where'd you put them?
Right here.
Okay, second person said they need one of those hats. These hats are on the website. This is the black and white, and this is the gray and white.
Where's that hat at? I want one of those hats. I am that's my hats, and I can't even get that hat.
'Cause
If
I
that tells
saved
you
them.
how.
Go take her back to the shop.
No,
please.
leave her alone. Match has got it. You heard me? You hear what
She's good. She's good. Now she's playing. Just let her be.
Can we get some backpack totes in the merch?
We are gonna try to run East Bay again. We don't know what our schedule looks like early in the year, but we do plan to go back to East Bay before they close down.
That'd be cool.
Oh, I remember her
we did
asking me
not
about
have
that.
low air pressure in the right rear tire when it broke that wheel cover, but we weren't the only guys that had a wheel cover break.
There were a few.
There were several, but one that we saw with our own eyes was Sam Mars. He was in a late model, and he had a steel wheel cover, metal wheel cover, aluminum, I think, and it caved in, did the exact same thing that ours did. Had a heavy cushion. Just something to happen. Just,
Mhm.
you know.
Well,
Just part of it.
These gnats are.
Are we gonna get tank tops this summer?
I tried to get tank tops. I hope Scott's watching. I tried to get tank tops, and I did not like any of the tank tops. I'm working on it.
Favorite thing about racing with USMTS?
I can answer that one for you because you told me and Rocky several times. Your
That I
favorite
can-
thing about running with USMTS versus local competition, they run wide open with USMTS. I'm talking about on the hammer, wide open, and he
Green
said
to
he
checker.
feels confident that he can run in wide open beside them because he knows they're wide open. And at home, you may have a couple that try to run wide open, and the rest are not wide open, and it gets scary real quick.
It does.
Very.
It does.
So
Well, we can't, for the most part, USMTS, because I have one of them that was having a bad night
well,
too.
yeah,
And,
well, look at us. We've
Right.
had bad nights. If we're not facing the other
Right.
way, we usually wide open with them.
Oh, we've got one passenger or pilot for East Bay,
Who we got?
Ed Warbow.
Oh, is he loading
Oh,
up?
yeah.
No, not again.
I don't know that you can do East Bay next year. Wasn't that in February?
This
No,
is last
January.
weekend of January.
Oh, gotcha.
And it was rather warm. I might
I
add.
was very thankful I wasn't there.
Ice on the hood when we woke
On
up
the
Sunday
hood?
morning.
On the
Yes, man.
Mm-mm. No.
No, we got all the motor we need right now, y'all.
We do run a mud plug in the wheel with the wheel cover.
Displacements. When the mud comes in, everything gets.
Right.
My life goal will be to bring them down here for a tour in this area.
Yes.
Where the fans and the racers and the
Can see it.
racetrack owners, I want them to come and watch these guys race.
Right, because I don't want to sound like we're bashing.
Oh, they're better than y'all.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
just
like
gotta
that.
see it. It's just
something that you just have to see. It is a really great show.
Uncle Ted. Well, you see, it just depends on when they do it and what sanction they run it.
Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted,
Uncle Ted.
Alex Butler, that's a good question.
how do you feel
About armchair crew
What's an
chiefs.
armchair crew chief?
That would be somebody that tells you what all you did wrong, I guess. I love them. I mean, I love them all.
Hold up, Kimbo Slice is in our Facebook
Not
Live.
wrong.
Oh yeah, we can't wait either. It's gonna be a great time.
Prairie Dirt.
Fairy Dirt.
I'll get it out.
Fairy Dirt.
Fairy.
I'll put it all in one. Fair Barrett for Dirt. Yeah, classic. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Jason answered the question.
That's a good.
Thank you,
answer,
Jason. I appreciate that. You want to close us out?
All right. Well, our YouTube video is going up in 2 minutes from
Yes.
now, so we're gonna go ahead and shut this off so that y'all can head over to that
Hey,
and watch
thank
it.
y'all for sticking with us tonight. I know it was
Absolutely.
kind of long, but we had a lot of people to thank. If we missed you, we are
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sure we missed
Because there were
somebody.
so many great fans and people, and we had some great conversations at the trailer. And
Absolutely.
thank y'all and our sponsors. Thank
Yes.
y'all
Oh.
for allowing us to go do what we're doing. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we
Yes.
really, really appreciate it. And you fans, watching, sending money.
The people on Facebook
that's
sending stars,
awesome.
the people on YouTube sending us money. Y'all don't
Yep.
know how much it means
Yep.
to us.
Yep.
You know, I think at the end of all of it, we're going to be that team that we already do, but we may not have these really, really big, huge sponsors. We're going to have a family of
Yep.
y'all
Yeah. Well,
that
that's where
carry
we're
us.
at right now, and I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's a really good
it's a
feeling.
blessing.
Yes,
And
it is.
you know,
We're thankful
Yep.
for all of it.
certainly,
Grateful.
Yeah.
Yep.
certainly.
All right. Well, shut her down. Good night,
Yep.
and y'all go check out the video that's up right now, 7:30.
Right
Yep.
now. All right.
Thank
Shutting
you.
her down. See y'all later.
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 Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.